All right, we're ready. Road trip. It's like, oh, he's over it. What you think? You ready to go? You ready to go see Dada? Yeah, you want to see Dada? Okay. You want to go see Ma? You want to go see G? You want to see the boys? Okay. Let's go then. Feels so much better. We're at Buc-ees. He used the men's room. You happy? So made a pit stop in Buc-ees. Are we in the frame? I don't know. Just some things that I love. I love these corn chips spicy ranch. It's super good. They have some of the best cinnamon rolls. So Brutus's face. Yeah. That one's for Mom. Sorry, buddy. Maybe she'll share with you. We'll see. Stuff that we got for everyone else as well. So let me just put that down. I personally love Buc-ees breakfast. It is so much more superior than any of the other food offerings. So I love their tater tots. They're so yummy and crispy. Wanna try? Oh my gosh. It's because you can smell the brisket. Here, try a tater tot. Here. Sir, love these. Beaver nuggets. These are the salted caramel ones. Sea salted caramel. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese for my in-laws. And then a brisket taco. Sorry. Brisket taco for him. And then a brisket and egg taco for me, which is so freaking good. I don't remember which one I like more. They have red and green salsa. Let me get my trusty tray. I'm gonna try the green salsa first. I don't remember. I think I like the red taco more. That's a good taco. Please leave that. Leave it. Please. Thank you, my sweetheart. I like the red one better. Want to try that? Sir. Okay, we made a second stop. Partially because I just want to show you guys all my favorite places. A place called Slovacek, so it's like 13 miles away from Buc-ees in Hillsboro. So it's also a good option if you don't absolutely have to stop. It's on the same side as going south on 35, so that might be easier if you're going back up 35, stop at Buc-ees. If you're going down 35, stop here. I stopped at both today, but it's Slovacek's. They are known for their sausages, their kolaches, and klobinkskis. So a kolache, I will show you guys. Oh my gosh. Yes, honey. Kolaches are a roll that has fruit in it. So this one is peach with cream cheese. Theirs is my freaking favorite. They're so yummy. I love peach and cream. I get my mother-in-law strawberry and cream, and then one of my littles likes Nutella. This is a klobinkski. This one is a jalapeno popper. So it's like a roll that has stuffing inside of it. In Texas, we kind of like just call all things like this, like I'm taking a blanket, but it's not a pig in a blanket. It's like a way better one. We typically just call them all kolaches, but I guess the actual term is a klobinkski. But this one, as you can see, is a jalapeno popper. It's a jalapeno with cream cheese. I think that's bacon in there. Yeah, super yummy. I'm still full from my breakfast earlier, so I probably won't eat that right now, but I just wanted to show you guys. Brutus is over here staring. Okay, I'll give you a little taste. This one doesn't have any jalapeno in it. Here you go. What do you think? Alright, let's go. They're waiting for us. Favorite BCAs. Here. This is my club, y'all. I'm about to hit the club. The fitness club. know why I'm getting nervous talking to y'all or why I'm talking about it on the internet. If you're here on my channel, then you're part of the Subby fam and you've been, hopefully, perhaps, maybe you've been on my journey for a while with me, which I really appreciate. I turned 37 this past weekend, which is crazy to say. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm 37, but the fact that I have to warm up for like 30 minutes and do mobility and stuff like that tells me that yo girl's joints are 37, honey. But with being 37, I don't know, I got married last year. One of the reasons why I married my husband is because I was thinking of like my future children. Now I do have 2 bonus sons, so they are my bonus sons. And our child, I think about them, and I've been having like this weird whole having a baby, or at least trying, has been on my mind more over the past, you know, few months and such. So after I got married, and I know my husband is going to be an amazing dad because he is an amazing dad already. I just didn't feel ready yet, and I don't know that I'll ever feel fully ready. I guess in my mind, if I could have everything the way I want it, life would be situated in a very specific way. You know, like I'd be very, like, so financially, like, just abundant and stuff, which I make very good money, but after you go through a divorce and if you make some investment mistakes afterwards, you know, you basically just have to start from scratch. So I've been rebuilding myself on the financial side. I obviously have a really good career, which I'm very grateful for, so that's helping. So like the financial aspect, not to say that we aren't ready there, but I just wish that there was more or like it was set up a little bit just differently, you know. Also going from having my income for one person, which there was so much disposable income at that point, to having 4 people in your family, you know, 4.5 obviously with Brutus, and then maybe adding on another. It's a lot. You see that, you start to see that, you know, money does not go as far as it used to, y'all. But anyways, that's one part that I stress about. But like maybe from just like a biological clock perspective, the clock has been ticking, y'all. Like I don't know if anyone else believes, or if you have a belief in like spirits and things like that, but I believe that we're more than just our body. I believe that we're souls and spirits and stuff, and I have just felt like a connection to something in the universe, whether that's juicy or the juicy soul or whatever. I know that sounds kind of like hocus pocus, but I just feel like there's some kind of pull. So with that being said, long story short, so I have an IUD and I plan on getting it taken out soon. So I'm getting with a new OBGYN today. I have an appointment in 30 minutes that I'll be going to. And then I'll be scheduling to get my IUD taken out. So I'm 37. I've never really tried to have a baby before. Thank the Lord I didn't have a baby. I mean, if it was meant to be back in the day, then great, but I'm just glad that this is the season that I would be trying to have a baby. So anyways, we're not gonna go like the fertility route. Like, we're planning on just seeing how things go. Hopefully it just happens for us. If it doesn't happen naturally on its own, we will likely go the adoption route. I don't know why I wanted to share that. I think I'm just, you know, just kind of the start of this journey. Yeah, but I'm like nervous. I'm nervous about going to the doctor. I'm nervous, like I've been thinking about all kinds of things, all the stuff that could go wrong, may happen, may not happen. I'm nervous about getting my blood drawn because I always get queasy and stuff like that, but you know, I know that I'm a strong woman, honey, so I can deal with it. So I'm finishing the day off here at home. I was in the office earlier today, but it is Meet the Teachers today at Little Bonus's school, so I'm getting ready to go to that here in a little bit. There's another video diary from me. You know, it's crazy that life, this season of life, like my work life is much more stable and calm. Obviously my personal life is, but when you throw in kids, even if it's not like full-time, even if it's like our situation, which is basically sometime every week, taken me so long to like get used to that routine. I'm still
getting adjusted to it. But anyways, so this was my second real summer with them, because this is like, you know, we moved in together, and my first real summer with them was last year because we all lived together, so we were having to share like the same space and everything. So definitely it's like a learning, like a very steep learning curve, living and then trying to work at home with children. So I kind of like took some lessons learned from a productivity perspective and just everyone being able to be comfortable in our home. I ended up just going into the office whenever we would have them for like longer periods during the summer. So that wasn't bad necessarily. I mean, it worked out, but you know, I think a lot of us will hopefully not everyone has gone back to like a 5-day in office thing, but I think a lot of us after COVID times, like we're all used to being hybrid. So going into the office multiple days, like, or for like, you know, 2-3 weeks on end, I was just like, how did we used to do this back in the day? I don't know how. And I mean, back in the day, it was like, you know, we all got used to it. But anyways, you know, that's when you feel like, that's definitely when I start to feel kind of aged, is when I'm like, back in the day. I think with anything, you just don't know what you don't know until you go through it. And so in comparison to last summer, I think it was overall like a much better situation and setup. So tomorrow I actually am scheduled to get my IUD taken out. They're in like a majority of the ways of my life, I feel like I'm ready. Like I have positioned myself enough to be ready for that next chapter of my life, because that is what I want. Like I do have a desire to be like a true mom to someone. I am a bonus mom. Obviously I'm a fur mom as well. I'd like the opportunity to be like a full mom. There's certain things in my life that I feel like, you know, have led me to this point. Obviously finding the right man, the right partner to have children with or have a child with is one of the most important things. Secondly, me, like as an individual, I do feel like I have really grown, and especially in like, I've grown a lot, obviously, over the past almost 2 decades that I've been doing videos. It'll be 2007 was the first time I posted a video, like a makeup tutorial, and I cannot believe I can say like it's almost 20 years later. Grounded and solidified in like my values, and really not only just saying this is what I value, but like walking the walk as well, like those things aligning and being truthful with myself about what are the things I truly value or qualities I really value, because those are the qualities I want to instill in my kids. I've done and made moves throughout my career that has gotten me to a place where I have a good salary, I have good benefits, my work-life balance is good. Also because I specifically chose this job to support that, to make sure I had a good work-life balance. I think there are other people out there in the world who probably feel similar to me. I just wish that there was like absolutely zero stress around finances. I don't necessarily know if that is realistic of like a desire. Maybe one day it would be. All that to say, like if I could control my timeline and be able to get pregnant when I want to get pregnant, when I feel like everything's like perfect, or like not perfect but fully ready, you know, I don't know if my body will be in that place, and I don't want to miss that window of being able to do that. My husband is obviously getting older as well. I would like us to enjoy having our child together for as long as we can. Yeah, all that to say, I am getting it taken out. I want to talk to my gal pals and my subby fam about that, just in case anyone else has similar feelings or had similar feelings or whatever. Yeah, the whole point of me always sharing on the internet has always been to not feel so alone, so hopefully me talking about it out loud will make someone else not feel so alone.
Friends, why? Please stay put. Please. I'll really appreciate it. I made it to my appointment. I'm a few minutes early, so I'm just chilling right now, and I am nervous. Obviously, like the IUD going in was uncomfortable. I hear that it coming out is less uncomfortable. Biggest part of like this milestone for me is the fact that like now it's kind of up to the universe, to God, kind of just letting what's gonna happen. Maybe that's a bio baby, maybe that's not, but at least it's like there's nothing standing in the way of if that blessing comes to me or not. So to me, like figuring out how many things I have and where my fertility is at is like not something I'm going to do, because honestly that part's not really important to me, because I don't necessarily think it's going to change my approach. My approach is just like my husband and I are going to continue living life, and you know, and what will happen, and that's it. Pretty comfortable in the fact that like I think I've done enough to get myself as ready as I can be in this season of life. Obviously, like, you're never ready. Reflect on the fact that, like, for example, when Juicy became diabetic, right? Like, I hadn't planned that out. I wasn't, you know, knowledgeable about how to take care of a dog with diabetes. Like, my lifestyle was so different, you know, like I worked, you know, it was pre-COVID times, so I worked a lot. Like, how was I going to kind of manage my schedule to be able to take care of her, because she needed insulin shots twice a day and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, I made it happen. I figured it out from like a financial perspective, figuring out my life situation. She was diabetic for 8 years of her life, and I figured it out. You know, she and I figured it out together. And just like that with jobs that I've taken, like there are times when I just have not felt like ready. Feeling of ready won't come until you experience life or go through certain situations and have some, you know, experience under your belt. Like, that's when you're ready. But you can't get there unless you actually do life, you know? So that's what I just keep telling myself. And whether it's my situation, which is preparing myself for hopefully a bio baby, or if it's just someone out there who needs to hear that, like, I saw a quote that said, ready is not a feeling, it's a choice. And like that resonated so much with me, because it is a choice. And I know like all the situations where the feeling of readiness wasn't there, but I figured it out and I did it. Those situations, Juicy being diabetic, going through my divorce, going through, you know, the different jobs that I've taken, like all of them have led me to something, always something greater, and has only made me like a better version of myself. So yeah, we may not be feeling ready, but it doesn't really matter how you feel. It's more about what you do. And that's also something I remind myself of all the time, especially like in this new season of my life where I'm a bonus parent, you know, and maybe one day soon I'll be a bio parent. And yeah, it's just, those are just some of the things that are going through my head. This is like just like the very tiniest step towards that. And yeah, I have a lot of other stuff I could talk about too. But anyways, I better get up there because my appointment's soon. Thank y'all for coming on this journey with me. Yeah, let's go.